Seth Jones, another guy that is on his way to Chicago. He's there now, here for the Blackhawks, and Duncan Keith gone. So from a fantasy perspective, what do you make of the Jones move?
Well, I think it's a slight uptick in his fantasy value here. You know, with Columbus, he was essentially splitting that quarterback spot with the power play unit with Zach Werenski. Here in Chicago, it'll be all him on that number one power play unit. Again, I mentioned some of the names of the guys he'll play with, and I think it's a good, like I said, uptick in fantasy value for him. It's obviously a team that thinks they can be competitive, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him get back over the 40-point mark, maybe even push for the 50-point mark, which he's hit once in his career.
Paul, what do you think? Is there more fantasy value now for Jones?
Significantly more. They signed him to an extension, 8 years and $76 million, translating to an annual cap hit of $9.5 million. Alex, that should tell you all you need to know about how he's expected to become a cornerstone of this defense and maybe even a key part of their leadership. He's just turned 27 before the next season starts, and he'll immediately become the power play quarterback, a 25-minute a night player, and easily capable of topping the 40-point mark for years on end. I would say a very solid physical and defensive player as well. A great addition, and instantly will become a fan favorite in Chicago. And I think he's going to be an all-star for years in that setup.
Jeff, anything to add there?
I agree with Paul. I think this is a pretty big uptick for Seth Jones's fantasy value. I mean, this is the 11th ranked power play from last season. That's without Jonathan Toews on the team and the Blackhawks. And he's moving on from the Blue Jackets, who had one of the worst power plays, and he was splitting time. The Blackhawks really don't have any other power play quarterback there. Obviously, they traded Boyquist to get Seth Jones as well. I think Seth Jones, you're going to see him return to that 40 to 50 point ratio. I think he's going to play a lot of minutes. Regardless of what I think of the Blackhawks as a team, they're clearly making moves. They should be healthier next year. Yeah, Seth Jones is a guy, definitely you should expect an uptick in fantasy production.